Hello, awesome educators. This is Jason Flora. In this second video in the Outcomes series, we're going to talk about how to use those in rubrics for a Canvas assignment. If you have not watched the previous video on how to import the outcomes, you need to go back and watch that. But otherwise, you should be on the right video. So I'm here on one of my Canvas courses, and I'm going to come and I'm going to find an assignment. Now, you can do this with old assignments or assignments that you had from the past. So old or new assignments, it doesn't matter. And so we're just going to call it test 1, 2, 3, test 1, 2, 3. And it's really up to you. I'm assuming you can put all that kind of stuff in there. You already know how to. And so I always do file upload, but I do want to take a moment to note you can use this with no submission, online, paper, possibly some external tools. It kind of depends. I'm not 100% sure on external tools, but as long as the external tool supports a rubric, then you should be able to. But I do know for a fact, no submission, online, and paper, you're good to go. The other ones I've not tried, so I just can't give you an honest answer on that. So I'm going to scroll down, save, and publish. So we have our assignment here, so the summative assessment we'd want to use, and then we're going to click Rubric. And here, first step always is I'm going to give the rubric a title, and then while it normally comes up with the default criteria, we don't need that. In fact, I always delete it. So we're going to delete that, and then I'm going to come here and notice it says find outcomes. I'm going to click that. And notice, remember in the previous video, we imported the outcomes. So they're here. And so I would go find whichever one I wanted. So if I'm in Unit 1 and I want to cover 1.1, import. If I want to do multiple criterion in there, I can have 1.1, 1.2, and for example, 1.3, and then I come here, and I'm going to import them, and so now I've got my 3 different rubrics. You can use 1, 2, 3, whichever fits for your course. Now, one I do want to caution you is when you create the rubric, you want to use or click this button right here. It says use this rubric for assignment grading. The reason being is if you don't, then you have to go in and manually type it in, even if you click on it. And it may not make sense right away, but it will here in a minute why I'm talking about that. So I'm going to go create rubric. And this is just telling me it was a 0-point assignment to now 12, so I'm going to want to change it. And so notice here in the rubric, for the short description, it just has 1.1 and then the I can statement. But then down here is a screenshot of the whole rubric there. And then the threshold, that just means the proficiency range is 3, which is what is set by our district. A question I've often got, can we put this in here? No, unfortunately we can't. There's not a way we can edit that for each outcome at this time. So we've got our rubric here. And so the next step I want to do is I want to put in student view so you can see what it looks like as a student, because that's ultimately who this should help, right? So we've got this here, and so notice the title and the descriptions is just 1, 2, 3, so that's there. And you notice there's the I can statement. To see the screenshot of the rubric, you click here, view long description, and then that's there. Your students will still submit assignment just like normal. Click here, and I'm going to go to, we're going to click Synergy Gradebook Setup file just as an example assignment, so we'll submit that. And so that's been submitted there. Now I'm going to leave student view, for a real quick reason, is I want to go to speed grader because this is, well, I showed you the student end. This is your end where it matters to you, right? So, assuming we set up everything, here's this file, and here's my rubric. And so I can select 1, 2, 4. Note I can still add text like I would before. So, great job, needs some work. But also, if I want to see the full rubric, I just click here, and there's that screenshot. It's already embedded in that full rubric. Then once I do, I'm going to click Save, and it will put that score. So 1, 2, 4, that's 7 in there. So really cool there. And then one other one, we're going to switch back to the student view one here real quick. So I'm going to click View as Student, and so you can see what the student would see. So you put in that grade, right? Then I'm going to scroll down here. The student still sees, so they got the comments here, needs work. They can still click on the long description right there and see the screenshot of the full slow with the rubric that it's attached to it and their assignment. So that's how you use it with the assignments. In the next video, we're going to talk about the standards-based gradebook in Canvas. So look forward to seeing you there, and thank you for watching.